Jason Reitman is in the house. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So in that clip, we see Charlize, and she's a stressed out, tired, modern mom, like so many people we know.
Yeah.
And she gained 50 pounds for this role. Has she forgiven you yet?
While we were in prep, she would just start sending me photos eating cheeseburgers, drinking milkshakes, and every time I would Photoshop J'adore over it and email it right back to her.
She said that at first it was fun, and then she would text you and it got disgusting.
I think, well, she also was setting an alarm for herself in the middle of the night to remind herself to just keep eating. And she would wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning, eat some more, and on set there was people just bringing her food.
As I looked at your IMDb page, I noticed that a lot of your films have female protagonists. And in this time where so many people are looking for these strong female characters, you've kind of been creating them for a while. What drew you to these roles?
I've always been fascinated by women, and honestly, the truth is, when I was 16 years old, I moved in with my girlfriend who was 10 years older than me, and we were together for a while. And I think that, I was with a complicated woman from very early on, and that's probably what started it.
Well, speaking of starting, your dad is a Hollywood legend. He produced Animal House. He directed Ghostbusters.
No pressure.
Yeah, well, that's what I wanted to ask you. Did you feel inspired by seeing him work, or were the expectations of that Hollywood legacy something that hindered?
I had an amazing childhood. I grew up on the sets of Ghostbusters and a bunch of other movies. When I was 7 years old, every kid was a Ghostbuster for Halloween, but I'm the only one who had an actual proton pack.
Yeah, it's true, so true. Except for maybe some people here, because we had Harold Ramis in Chicago,
that's right, I forget. I'm in Harold Ramis' city right now.
Yeah, exactly.
He's my favorite Ghostbuster.
He's mine too.
Yeah.
But I think that's because we're in Chicago. But also, so were you on?
Because he's the nerdy one.
Were you on set at Ghostbusters or any of your dad's films?
Oh, I mean, I was on set for all of them, yeah. I remember Kindergarten Cop was the first one where I actually got a job, where they gave me a walkie-talkie, and I got to walk around pretending like I had a job.
So you hung out with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm sure the list goes on. Who's like the coolest person that you either were on set with or walked into your house growing up?
Oh my God. I mean, being around Bill Murray is being around a force of nature, and I think that was the one. I remember on Ghostbusters 2, I brought a girl to set for the first time, and he let me have it all day long about that. Oh, Reitman brought a girl. And it was bad.
I bet people probably still do that to you.
Yes, anytime. There was someone with my girlfriend. Yeah, that's what people say.
But I'm
really a player.
Yeah, right. Bill Murray, another Chicago connection.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it. You were meant to be in our city. So since 2005, you've been making movies. How has your feeling about the industry changed from then to now?
Well, I mean, look, it's a change in time as far as where people go to the movies now, There's so many options of where we can watch movies, but I still love going to the movie theater. I try to go to the movies 2-3 times a week. Nothing makes me feel happier than being in a room of strangers that I don't know, and we're laughing together and we're crying together, and I feel like that's why I go to the movies and that's why I make movies.
Do you ever watch the reviews of your films?
Oh, God. I'm not supposed to, but yeah, sometimes.
You do? Do they get to you, or do they impact anything, whether they're positive or negative?
I mean, yeah, they have an impact, but honestly, the most exciting thing as a director is opening day, to go to the box office and buy a ticket to your own movie. That's it.
You kind of watch the audience's reaction?
Yeah, and look, I've been there on opening day when the house is full, and I've been there on opening day when there's just like 5 of us.
Well, let's talk Tully. So how do you think people are going to perceive this film? Why is it special?
I'm really excited about it. It's my 3rd film with Diablo Cody. Our first film together was Juno, and then we made Young Adult. And what I couldn't have known at the time when I met her was this was the beginning of a lifelong storytelling marriage. And Juno was about growing up too fast, and Young Adult's about growing up a little too slow. And Tully is about that moment when you have a child and you start to think about your younger self almost as like a completely different human being.
So how do you get to really explain or tell the story of a female character? Is that through Diablo, or does that actually give you a takeaway?
I mean, look, between Diablo Cody and Charlize Theron and Mackenzie Davis and my producer Helen Estabrook, who's from Illinois, and they're all very happy to tell me when I have it wrong.
Do you get it wrong, honestly?
Of course I do.
I feel like you don't.
I mean,
you get it.
No, I mean, directing is about listening. And you have to listen to the cast, you have to listen to the crew, and you're trying to gauge things as you go. But yeah, if you don't listen, you're never going to get it right.
Do you and Charlize, this is your second film, is there ever a moment where you're not listening? Do you guys, do you ever butt heads because you're both strong?
We're just screwing with each other. I mean, the first time I met Charlize was at the Oscars of all things, and she pulled me aside and she told me a very dirty joke, and and it was this moment I realized, oh, you're one of us, and I just fell for her right there and then. And the nice thing, on the first movie with an actor, you spend a couple days just trying to figure them out, and what's their best take and what works with them, and by this one, I knew from day one, we could just screw with each other.
It's the best when you feel like you're one of us, when you're with your people. It's the best way to make art.
Yeah, I totally agree.
That's so cool. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And waking up early. Guys, Tully opens in theaters on Friday. The trailer looks incredible. We have to see it.